Hey everyone, hello Vinit, how are you? What's up? How's everything going? Everything is going great. I hope it is for you as well. Yeah, so today we're going to be making that scene there, and yeah, before we do that, I guess we could do some quick promos. And let me see. Should have set up a few things here before I started. And anyway, oh, yeah. I wanted to do this promo for Blender Market Perspective Plotter. This is an add-on. If you know about FSpy, it was an add-on it's an add-on that you can use to do. Oh God, today I'm quite disorganized. I just jumped in and forgot to set up some few links. I guess I was too excited to speak to you guys because I didn't stream for the last few days. Hello Vinit, hello Miri Potter, hello Neo Hio, hello Maud Rashid Khan, hello Ruel Samano, hello Sunil Das. Hi sir, I'm from India. Where are you? I'm from Uganda. That's in East Africa. Yes. So Perspective Plotter is an add-on that lets you create, basically set up your camera so that it can fit, so that it can align with the scene. If you remember FSpy, this is that kind of add-on, but it's an add-on within Blender. It's an alternative to FSpy, and better built with better controls and better features. And you can see it was inspired by FSpy. I have the add-on. I bought it and I haven't set it up, so I think I'll do that in the next video. Today I just wanted to show you, to introduce you to it, but I'll do the setting up in the next video, maybe in live stream. I just wanted to do a quick introduction to it so that you know about it. Already in 6 days it has over 300 buyers, so if you want to get it, the link is in the description. You can get it for yourself. It's an amazing add-on. Other than that, let's jump into today's live stream, which we are going to be making. What are we going to make? Where have I put it? Yeah, where we're going to be making this scene here. It's a nice anime village. Hello Marie, how are you? Okay, let's jump right in. Okay, so let's see. Streak like this. Should it be too hard? I'm looking at I think the add-on I've just promoted would be great for this, to align up the camera and things. But since I haven't set it up, I'm just going to do it by hand. Okay, let's start with a street. I'll do a plane, and this is a slope. So let's do something like that. I think actually, let me see. Let me try. Something like that. Let me turn on my shortcuts. Like that. Okay. Now we want this to be slanting, or to be a slope. Like that. Let me zoom in. So, do you guys have any plans for the weekend? Planning to go out today? Actually, I'm planning to do that nearly every weekend nowadays, because I just want to spice up my life a bit. Okay, let's add a mount resolution modifier. I'm being jumpy today. Excitement. Okay, let's add a mount res. Let me turn on wireframe here. Subdivide this. Make sure that I use simple. No. Mount res simple. So we have quite a few subdivisions there, and let's add now a displacement modifier just to make the road a little bit uneven. Yeah. The scale for the noise is usually limited. Okay. 10. Yeah, something like that. Okay. Is this sloping? Maybe a little bit more. Hello, Fat Cat. I am almost done with a Viroid project. I think I'll finish it today. What is the project about? Because I know Viroid is like anime stuff. I think I've done a review about Viroid. So what exactly are you doing with it? Are you like creating how are they called, VTubers for it, using it? Anime town street. Okay. Let's do this. Okay, let's create these pavers or pavements, whatever they're called. I think we can use. I'm trying to find the best way to do this. I want to use actual geometry, so let's start with a plane. Let me turn on random colors here. Like here. Like this, and start creating this pattern. So something like that. Now we basically just have to dissolve these middle vertices. Just like that. Just like that. And then we can insert, push this up. And we have something. Hello, Rohit. How are you? Glad to see you. Glad to see ya. Okay, so we have that. But it looks a bit... I think I made a mistake somewhere. I didn't dissolve the right brick here, so let's fix that. Fix that. Like that, and now we just have to get rid of these ones. Like that, yeah. Insert. Push this up. And let me see, can I subdivide this? Let me make a copy, because I want to have some extra detail in this. If I subdivided this, Okay, let's try using geometry nodes for this, because I'm trying to add in some detail to this. So if you have a mesh like this, let me go to geometry nodes for a bit, let me turn on wireframe, and maybe even add a multi-rays subdivision up here. I want to see, subdivide this. Okay, I want to subdivide this using linear. Multi-rays, bring this up. Linear subdivision twice. I'm modeling 3D original and I'm 3D modeling an original character which I created, a cat girl who is later going to become a sheep girl. If you know what sheep girls are. No, I don't. I'm not sure. I want to Google that, but yeah, I think I'm not sure. Since I don't know what that is, I will not. Anyway, so we have this. We want to add some damage to some of these bricks. So let's see how we can do that using geometry nodes. If we get a set position like this, and for the set position, we can grab a noise texture and use the color as the offset So we have something like that. We have noise displaced. But if we do subtract, if we do, I think it's combine XYZ like that, and just fit this in all the different axes. I can see this has been shifted a bit to the left of the x-axis or right of the x-axis. We can subtract whatever shift we have made, because if I turn off this, you can see how far it has gone. If I add a math node here and just subtract, why is this? Okay, subtract 0.5. You can see it centers back, and I think we can also subtract from the Z to bring it back to down here. And for the Y, I guess we just have to reduce on the strength of this. So hello Burning Bright, how are you? Glad to see you. So let's use mix RGB. Because we have the displacement. They just want to have some way of controlling how much displacement we get. I think I can reduce on the noise size. So you can see how much we're displacing. Is it the right way to do this? Let me see. Because I wanted to use the Boolean input, the Boolean mesh. A ShipGirl is a manufactured sentient AI who has the power over worship games about sheep girls as a lane and Kantai collection. Nice. Sentient AI, power over worship. Oh, like with all the machine guns and what? That sounds cool. Can you create the Evelyn 1969 Dodge Charger inside Blender? I can't, but you can. Let me see how that looks. Because if it's a car, cars take a lot of time, and this here looks super amazing, but cars take a lot of time to make. That's why I try to stay away from them. Actually, I think we only need to have displacement in the Z direction like that. Yes, some geometry nodes for you. Nothing we couldn't have done with. Actually, I was trying to create something different, but I see could have taken a lot of time to make it. Anyway, so we have this, and we want to repeat it on the Y. So let me do array on the Y like that. 2, 3, 4, 5. The length of the road, and I want this to deform in the shape of the rod. So what I'm going to do is let me see. What I'm going to do is set up a keyframe, shape keys, sorry, and realign these so that they can deform our mesh here. Sheep girls are cool. Yeah, that's why you're making one. Definitely, I really want to see one, the ones you have made, and if you get if you can post them, share them on the Discord server, that would be amazing. So yeah, I want to create a shape key so that we can deform this so that it can follow this path instead without using the curve modifier, because the curve modifier has some issues. You can't really do much with it. The path will just follow the curve, but you won't have as much control as we would have with this. And actually, let me reduce some of this detail so that it's much easier for us. And maybe first get rid of the displacement. Give this geometry node, give these geometry nodes to the rod. It will do it automatically. Huh? Not sure I understand what you mean. How will it do it automatically? Hello, Burning Trap. Good morning, sir. What we up to? How this down your way? Huh? Good morning, sir. What we up to? How things? Oh, things are great. Things are great. How are you? How are things your side? Do we have to make bonds for cars to animate? Yeah, you have to create a rig. I can share them on the Discord server. Yeah, you can definitely. This Discord link is use exclamation mark Discord. Okay, so let's first straighten this, but we need to make sure that we have shape keys set up. So I'm going to straighten this on the X. Actually, I need this to be by active element. Straighten this on the X. Do the same for this, and basically repeat, and then do the same on the Y. And now, if we change the value of this, we can basically straighten the rod. And I also want it to be the same length as. Actually, these should be hopefully the same distance. Actually, no, let me just leave them like that. Okay, so we have this value. We can play around to change between different shapes. Actually, I also need to make sure that the level adjusts as well. So like that. So yeah. So let's bring this back to 1 and maybe scale it up to the length of the rod. Then let me bring it up above the surface and maybe turn on wireframe like that. Noise. Thank you. Okay, so I'll grab this, give this the simple surface deform modifier, select the plane, and then bind. Now, if we go back to the key or the shape keys, we should be able to deform the rod and shape it just like that, which I think is amazing. So if you tried using a curve modifier, you wouldn't really be able to have that much control. And you can even come here. You can see there is a lot of squeezing here. So we can edit that, adjust it. Oh, we need to make sure this value is can make adjustments to this. But we won't be seeing that far. Things here are great. Okay, so we have that set up. Turn on ambient occlusion. Set object node or something like that in geometry nodes, and add that and select the rod mesh as main target on which all nodes are applied in this node group. And what will that do exactly? The server only has 3 channels. I thought it was much bigger. Nice. It's a small community. It's not that big, and yeah, but it will grow. It will grow. Anyway, can you do this scene? Is from my favorite anime. Which scene? The one in Discord. Okay, so we have this. Let's see, what else can we can do what? Let's, I need to come in here, set up the road material. Okay, go back to shading tab, the asset library. Let me get a concrete or road material. Grab this new material, and then actually let me use something simpler, like that. But I want let me see, these faces here. To give these hey, if you're hearing a roaster in the background, yeah, I'm a farmer. I raise my own chicken. Not really, but my neighbor is. Okay, so I want to set up a vertex group here. Sorry, what is it called? Vertex paint. And I want to use this as a mask. Shift K. Did that work? Shift K. Yeah, worked. Go back to shading. Go back to shading here. Shading, and bring in the mask we have just created, like that. And basically what I'm going to do is just make the inside areas a bit darker, so and I think it is supposed to be this. Yes, a bit darker, give this more detail. Yeah, you can put it in general. I think it's so that more people can see it. That's where most people spend their time. Okay, now we have that. Let's see, let's make a building. This side building here. What is the minimum requirement of RAM in Maya? I have no idea. I don't use Maya, or at least I haven't used it in a while, so I am not sure. Okay, so we can have the building start a little bit to the left, like that. And let me grab so that's our main building, and I think we can do with a little bit of detail here. Let's grab a concrete material. I have tried learning Blender like 4 times and have not been able to stick with it. What has been your learning process? You have tried to learn Blender for 4 times. Is it only 4 times? Because that's not enough, man. Just try sticking to it. I guess that's the only option I can tell you. Try to, stick to it for a bit longer, because hey, thank you, and I can't pronounce your name, but thank you for subscribing. 16 GB or more if money, no option. Go higher to 128. That's true. It's true. The bigger the better. But if you don't have budget constraints, that would be amazing. Okay, coming back to eat 4 times yeah, over like month. You have to, even people who are skilled in blenders are still struggling with a few things, including myself. So that is not a lot of time spent on any software. I think even the easiest project, 4 times is not enough. Okay, let's grab also pole. I think I have a wooden pole that I could use. Has good material. By the way, I'm using my asset library here. For this, it's the alternative to the Blender asset browser. I think it is super awesome. Okay, so we can make a few details to this. So that, actually, let me set up some sun. When I was making Spider-Man No Way Home scene, love your videos. Thank you. Like what scene in particular do you want to see me do? You always get stuck at texturing. Texturing is not that hard if you get the hang of it. I guess if you get it, then it can't be that it's not hard. Or it means that you get it. Okay, so I'm trying to add details to this. Let me see. Okay. I will start a new journey. Today, I learned texturing. Yeah, do some texturing, post it in the Discord, and people can critique or give you help there. I think it's an amazing way to improve your skills. They can give you some pointers on a few things. Let's see. We are recreating a lot of things we already have, so let's not do that. It's very time consuming. Let's just use our library instead of trying to remake everything from scratch. Let me see, do I have a roof? I think I do. And where is, let me grab some buildings so that we can start populating our city, because look, it's building. Yeah, have this. This is a building we created previously, so let's reuse it here. Your PC specs, just use exclamation mark specs and you will see some nice detailed building. Actually, you know what, let me get rid of this one here because it needs a lot of work. But this one, see how much progress we are getting, because we're using some pre-made stuff. This would just take too much time if we decided to do everything from scratch. Let me grab the sun, give it contact shadows. Now for the background, let's turn on some bloom, screen space. Can't figure out how to set up Nightbot on my stream. You just go to their website. Go to Nightbot's website. They should give you instructions on how to do that. How much sample to make high quality textures in Cycles Render? High quality textures in Cycles Render? Well, it depends on the scene and the textures themselves. Have these animatries that we made from a previous tutorial or video, live stream, something. Yes, you use them here. Spice up things. Let's do the sky. I will use a plane. Push it to the background. Let's create a gradient, texture, gradient, texture. Mark, did you see the Nightbot website, or are you already aware of that? Or that one? Yeah, I'm going to need to rotate this on the 90 degrees. So we have a deep blue at the top of the sky. So maybe we can just sample that, and it's usually more washed out or white at the bottom. Hey, thank you for subscribing, Mr. Meet B Gaming. Yeah, how are you? And how is the gaming niche taking you? I've always wanted to get into live streaming games, but I'm not sure I would have the time to do live streaming and also do Blender. Okay. That's going to be our sky. We can make it more pronounced. Let me get our clouds. These are clouds we created from a previous live stream. It's basically an image of a cloud with alpha channel. Nice, it does the job. And if you want the clouds to look like they have some shadows, all you have to do is just duplicate a second layer of the cloud. Make sure it's having a different material. You can see the setup we're using, just an image. Because the image doesn't have an alpha channel, it's a JPEG. We're using a color ramp to generate the alpha channel. Then using that other factor, then we have an emission and a transparency. So if you want this to seem like it has a shadow, just make the second layer, just make a second layer like this, maybe, and move it just a tiny bit so you can see it makes it look more, what's the word? Makes it look more three-dimensional, if you know what I mean, like a reduce, increase on the opacity of this, so you can see that's the more extreme version of it. So makes it look three-dimensional a bit more. I guess if we duplicate this further, move it even down here, you can see, yeah, it gives the cloud more depth. I'm not sure if that's what I want. Let me see. If I play with the colors a bit. So with just one layer, it makes it look like a bit flat. 2, 3 layers gives it a little bit of depth, which is nice. Okay, let me see what else now we need. Okay, we need more buildings to extend. Like that. This looks sick. Thank you. Now, what do we need some stones like this on some of the walls here. So we already did those stones in a previous video, so something we can bring those in. Yeah, have these stones from a previous video. I think I need a larger block, so let me first make that. I think I need something like a plane to block some light. I personally don't like don't recommend doing game live stream. You will spend more and more time on it instead of Blender. Also, my Nightbot is finally online. So you figured it out. Nice, good. So do you do Blender live streams? And how are they going for you? Yeah, I was thinking of game live streaming, like I said, but most of the games I'm interested in are not what people are interested in watching, so I will not be doing that. Okay, so we have something like that. Now let's see. How long have you been using Blender? Since 2.47. 2.4, yeah, I think 2.47a. I get asked that a lot, and so everyone in chat, what was your first? What version of Blender did you start on? Mine was, like I said, 2.47, and its splash screen looked Blender 2.47. No. Blender looked like this back then, so the interface was more scary than it is right now. This is not the splash screen, so I think it was 2.7a. 2.7b? I don't remember. I don't think this was the splash screen that I started on. I started that on 2.8. You're very young, very new. But yeah, amazing. Thanks for your tutorials. Greetings from Russia. Greetings, and you're welcome. Okay. Okay, something like that. Let me see, do I have a lamp? Street lamp? This one is not working. It's not working for some reason. Anyway, 2.79. Good. I just started recently. It's kind of complex, still getting used to it. So do you have any background in 3D modeling, or Blender is your first modeling tool? Because that can seem pretty cool and scary at the same time, so make these more rough. I think I just have too many nodes here that are not necessary. I think this wood needs to be I want to make it more orange, but okay, let me grab this, make this editable, and just change a few things about this. No bevel, and It's the concrete. Need this to have ambient occlusion on. I do Blender live stream, but still building up the community. I currently live have 150 and 115 and 5 followers on Twitch. I started on Blender 2.78. Yeah, cool. You'll get there. I'm also still a small channel, but yeah, just keep at it, and hopefully you get somewhere as well. Okay. Let me see. How I get this library? This is my add-on called the asset library. But if you get it, the assets don't come with the library. The library comes empty. You just have to add in your own assets. Just want to make sure that that is clear. Okay, I need this to be smaller, and I duplicated. Okay, now if we make changes to this, we would need to reapply the bend modifier. So let's do that. Let's first clear these key shape keys. I think I need to correct a few things here. Yeah, there is a bit of gap. Let's go back to geometry nodes, fix some of the displacement we're having here. Displacement, maybe can even reduce the level. Let me see if I don't have any displacement. It doesn't really look that good. Go back to geometry nodes. Just play with the think we might need more resolution. You know what? Let's just make it clean like that. Bind this again, and then we can deform this like that. Road is more cleaner. Okay. Then maybe we can add a displacement modifier to this with a small length, just to make these a little bit uneven. Point 2, 0.1, just like that. Okay, now this side seems we need some pavers, So I'm just going to grab this mesh, this here, Shift D, turn off wireframe, like that. Remove the keyframes, the keys. You can see, you can use it to create those details. So I can grab just this, maybe just get rid of the middle part here, extrude and down. Let me start. Okay, let me add a few extra details. Like that. Let me grab another concrete material. Concrete. Like this. Didn't know you can create anime architect in Blender. You can create pretty much anything in Blender. Anything you can think of. Okay, I think I need to fix this shader. So I don't like how it is showing up. I think I need this leaf to change, to adjust this leaf a bit. Come back to the particle system, just play with the rotation random here. You're amazing. How many years in Blender did it take to read this? Well, yeah, so I learned Blender from 2.7, like I said, so about 10 years, but not consistently. How many faces is in the scene? Let's see, statistics. Faces, that's 27,000. And that says 28,000. Objects, 5,058. 5,580 something. Okay. Need a way to rotate these. To randomly rotate. What are these? I can type. Is there no random setting here? Yeah. This should give us yeah, so Netbot sometimes just times you out for no good reason. If you're using if you're using caps lock, so sorry about that. Does that? Is this fun? Is it for fun or is it for your work project? Well, both, because this is kind of my work project. And I'm also having fun. So I have a lot of Patreons who like these types of scene. So kind of making them for them, I guess. And for you guys. To teach a few of the skills that I have. So it is kind of both. If I should use a translucent shade, translucent mixed with this. Hey bro, I created an anime style room. It took me 7 hours to get, but when I changed my settings to cycles, my render crashed and my triangles reached 3.5. What should I do, man? I think the best way is don't create a scene and then without testing it out. So what I mean is that every step you go, make sure that your PC can handle the project. So because you don't want to create the project, spend so much time on a project only for your PC to fail rendering it or to do what you wanted to do with it. Just make sure you're testing the limits of your PC as you're working, so you can know that my PC is not going to crash before I can get the project where it's usable. And that's why you see I always have a preview window here so that I can see that cycles can actually render it. Translucent makes it better. Yeah, I think so because I can see now some leaf details that we couldn't get in the previous one. Are anime made in 3D software these days or still hand drawn? I think it's now a blend of both. Hey Bodhisattva, thank you for subscribing. Sen, thank you for subscribing. Is a mouse and keyboard all I need, or so I need a tablet? Well, I bought a tablet 5 years ago. I've used it only like 3 times, so yeah. That is going to be your own decisions to make. I've not been able to use mine that much. I suggest you use Deciment. You mean for him to render? But that can take away some of the detail he put much work in. And then work and then remove the Deciment and then send to a render farm. Hey Kapil, glad to see you. How are you? Have you done your morning jogging? How are things? Hey Solutions, how are you? Hello Martinez, Abe. Let's make a game. A game like what concept do you have in mind? Yeah, so Kapil, have you done any morning jogs today? Need to take my morning bragging. Need to do some bragging, man. Hello, Shepo. How are you? You know what? Actually, I think you skipped it today. What you're getting slept in a bit to be honest. You're getting lazy. So that's what you mean. I'm kidding. But yeah, you can always skip them. I can take the credit the next time. Yeah, lazy Sundays. I know. Sometimes Sundays can be like that. Let me grab a lamp. I think I can use this here. Just start adding in some small details. Maybe this is just an admission. This is specs, just use exclamation mark specs. Doing well, thanks, how are you doing? I'm doing great myself, doing great. I have a FBA rafter base mesh, a character base mesh. I want this for my battle royale. You want what? I think I missed a few messages. Is Blender game engine dead? Well, it's officially not supported anymore, so I don't know. But there is someone who is doing it, I think. Which anime scene is this from? I'm not sure. Not sure. Just found the image on Google. I think I need to make the sun quite bright. To nail that anime look. Let's see. And one thing that I usually see in anime is some wind streaks. So to do that, I'm going to grab a plane. Maybe give it a few subdivisions. Actually, I think I need something like that. Let me isolate this for a bit. So we're going to use our texture, noise texture. Mix that with an emission shader and then an transparent shader, transparent. Blend the two. I should join your studio. How much are you paying? How much are you paying, man? So that I can run right now to work for you. You want oh, we have a lens flare here as well. Yeah, I think we can try and fix that. And thank you for subscribing. Sorry I can't pronounce your name, but thank you. Can you make me a moderator on your Discord server? I don't think it's necessary to get a moderator right now because people are behaving, so no reason for that yet. Bake and export. Yeah, that's a lot of work. Yeah, so I'm trying to create some wind streaks. So let's do scale this on the can have some nice wind streaks by simply having something like this. I guess this has to be, yeah, so, and they shouldn't have any shadows, so those are going to be our wind streaks, and all we have to do is just bring them here. Okay, so I can make them less prominent like that. Nice effect. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You pay in donut recipes. Wow. That would be amazing. Unfortunately, I'm not very good at cooking, so unless if you're paying me in donuts, I could take that. But recipes, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Then that would if you were paying me in recipes, then it would mean that I would spend more time making the donuts than working for you. So pay me in donuts so that I just consume them without wasting time making them. Hey, gaming channel, thanks for subscribing. Which VFX software Marvel Studio used do you? Which VFX studio software Marvel's? Are you asking what software Marvel uses? Well, Marvel itself doesn't do VFX. They use, I think, Weta and Digital Domain. I don't know what other companies they use there, but if you want to find out what Marvel uses, just find out what Weta and the studios Marvel employs to make their VFX. Find out what they're using, and you will so have some nice wind effect. You learned something today? Thank you. That's good to know. Good to hear. Okay, let's see. That's usually the case. Yeah, they usually hire someone else. Most of the time. Actually, they never really do the VFX themselves, because that's not what they do. Maybe he can freelance for your studio. You mean I freelance for his studio? Yeah, just want to figure out how is he going to pay me, because donut recipes won't do it. Maybe donuts would do, but which VFX software is most powerful? Well, VFX is broad, so there isn't one single software that is used for VFX. It's a mix and a blend. They use Nuke for compositing. 3D modeling engines are like Maya, Blender, whatever, to model sculpting. It's a whole pipeline. It's not just a single software. Hello, you are good, teacher. I'm following from Uganda. Nice. So you mean you are from Uganda? That's amazing. Because I'm in Uganda too. They have built their own software, haven't they? No, they have not. I don't think so. Because doing VFX is a lot of work. Marvel VFX. Let me see, pipeline. Let me see if they... What company does VFX for? Marvel Endgame is the sixth film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which Cinesite has contributed. I can see they use Cinesite, which is a studio for that. So let me see. Yeah, they use a lot of VFX studios. A bunch of VFX studios. It's never them doing the actual VFX stuff. Did you see the flying Tesla? Oh yeah. That video from a guy who was driving the Tesla off of something like a ramp. That was scary. I think I saw it on Twitter. Do you mean that? Or do you mean the one that he sent in space? Because there are quite a few flying ones. The wind streaks need some blur. So you mean they need less detail? Because Blender doesn't really have a blur effect. Or they need to be less visible. Like that, yeah. You use the studio, and what do you use it for? I just subscribed, and it has not shown on the screen yet. That's unfortunate, but thank you for subscribing. A common pipeline is Maya, ZBrush, Substance Painter. Nice. Yeah, I think that's a very common one. Or you mean Maya, ZBrush, Substance Painter, and then back to Maya? And then, yeah, there are just so many applications that in the pipeline. in America somewhere. The jump one from the reckless driver. Was he reckless, or wasn't he doing it intentionally? Because I was under the impression he was. Hello, Nikla Prepper, how are you? How's everything? I am 18. I am in college right now, and I want to do freelancing from where I can get some clients. Where you can get some clients? I'm not sure. Yeah, where do you get clients for VFX? Maybe you can start with freelancing platforms like Elance, or I don't know, because freelancing is not that simple. You have to have a background of clients to make it sustainable. It was intentional, yes. It was a rental car in a residential street. Wow, that's definitely reckless, because that's someone's property, and in a residential street. Though for the residential, maybe they would tell people, or they would let people know that they're doing it. Maybe not really let people know, but just be on the lookout so that no one is in the way. So, or maybe because it was a flying Tesla, it's very unpredictable. You might fly into someone's bedroom. That's sometimes come back to Maya, or mostly then into Unity or Nuke, as you said. And well, VFX in Unity, unless if you are making video games, I wouldn't expect VFX in Unity. Maybe Unreal Engine, that I wouldn't be surprised, but I haven't had anyone using Unity for VFX. I know Lucasfilms or Disney are using Unreal Engine. We're using Unreal Engine for the Mandalorian, but I guess they then finally created their own version that worked similar to Unreal. It kind of sucks for Unreal. Just want to add in a few windows. I think join a studio for a year with a low pay. But are you good enough for studios to take you? Because that's also another issue. I'll slap on these windows. Shoria, expose some of your best work around potential clients. Maybe find something, redesign it, and give it to customers for free. Yeah, that's a plan as well. But does that ever work? Finding client and giving them work for free? Unless if you know they need it already. I did that for my first print. Customer gave him a free flyer design, and then he said print it for me. Okay. I've seen your work. Your work is really good. Not saying that his work is not, but yeah, I guess if your work is really good, then it can work out for you. You just do something, and because I remember one time I was still working for a small production house, and we wanted to promote our business. So there was a zoo near in our neighborhood. So we decided to make a documentary about that zoo, and convinced them to hire us to do other projects for them. But we were surprised when we went to them to sell them the idea of making a documentary for them. And the first thing they asked us is that how much are we paying them to make a documentary for them. They kind of expected us to pay them when we expected them to pay us. So, yeah. Yes, the whole Maya pipeline is creating assets for where it can go anywhere. From there, it can go anywhere. Yeah, most times when assets that are created for games can't go to movies, and assets that are made for movies have to be optimized for games first. So usually not. Yeah, they were expecting money. We were expecting money. They were expecting money. So kinda, I don't know. Maybe there was a slight miscommunication there, or we just basically were too optimistic to see the reality of things. I kind of got really surprised. Caught me off guard. Impress the customer with a good idea. Yeah, you can try that and see, and you can, when you do, let us know how it went. It would be amazing to know if that actually works for other people, because it obviously worked for Kapil. Maybe it will work for you as well. I want to work with some clients while in college so that I can get some experience, so that when I graduate I can work for better studios. Yeah, definitely look for some clients, and or you can even just make a fake reel of real world companies. Maybe do one for Coca-Cola. You don't really have to give it to them because a company like Coca-Cola just follows a different hierarchy. You just don't hand them stuff. They work through a production company. But you can definitely do some work based on off of their brand, and add it into your portfolio. No, people don't mind that, I think. Why not hide the wind streak in the viewport? Hide in the viewport because if I hide it in the viewport, it also hides in the render viewport here as well. Watermark it, by the way. Protect your design. True. I don't want them to use it somewhere else. My experience was approach a customer with design in hand and show your skill. The customer, in my experience, said he loved the design and wanted it immediately printed. I want to impress them. Nice. I think you must know quite a lot about your customer. You don't want to just go to them with something that is completely off brand for them. So you need to first educate yourself about the customer you want, the client you want to impress, and go in. I actually have a few stories about trying to do that, because I think we did. We have a telecom company here. Actually, it doesn't exist anymore, but yeah, again, while working at that studio, same studio where we went to Azul, tried to impress them with our work, we had a friend who had their relative as a top manager in that telecom company, and he told us we could do. The friend told us we could do something. We could do some sort of ad for that company, and he would try to convince his uncle to buy or to get us to work for his company as an advertising, as a studio to make other ads for them. And we made a mistake of not doing our research properly. So we made the animation, and everything looked good, super amazing. But one big mistake we did is, after the ad was finished, we had to show the logo of the company, and then what is it called? Their motto. Is it a motto? So like Coca-Cola has Coca-Cola happy something like that. So at the bottom they usually add something, and we did everything good, and but the motto, we used their competitors' motto on their logo, so they were kind of pissed about that. So you need to make some good research about the slogan. Yes, the slogan. So we used their competitors' slogan on their motto. So yeah, they were a bit pissed about that. So make sure you do some research before you, because it just shows you are quite unprofessional. Why is Nightbot? Yeah, you have to be now. Fortunately, we didn't go into the meeting to make the presentation. He just gave it to his uncle, and which I guess is even worse, because now it was his uncle we made a fool out of. Because imagine presenting that to your board and realizing that you're using the wrong slogan. It can actually cost you your job. If he wasn't in the top position, it could have been a big issue. But he was one of the top, so I guess he was able to get away with it. But we never heard from him again. So yeah, that's a nice tip. Make sure you don't, in the process of trying to get a job from your client, make sure you don't make your client lose their jobs. Try some. Yeah, you would definitely. You must have, God, because I can't imagine how it went through that meeting. We didn't really hear much from the friend as well. He just told us that we had messed up, and yeah. I put the kind of work you want to do in your portfolio, including client brands. That's true. Good story, top channel. Never highlight the business rivals in your client's ads. Yeah, that would be a misstep. Never. Especially if you're trying to impress them. It's like if Facebook gave you an ad, and at the end of the ad you put Facebook brought to you by Google. You probably get fired. Actually, not just you, a few people would get fired. This looks really good. Compositing will push it to the next level. Definitely, I think so. But thank you. if we did some compositing. The issue with compositing is that you can't really do it in real time. It requires you to render, and if I try to render this, my stream will just watch. Hey Didi, thank you. Glad to see you are joining us for the first time. Let's see, what was I trying to do here? Trying to add maybe a signage. Sign. Have this. Okay, Brenda is hanging on me. Yes, hello. How are you? Let's get a bicycle. Bicycle. Yeah, I kind of froze for a moment there, but it's now okay. Who's winning the Jeddah F1 GP today? I don't follow that. I don't follow a lot of sports. Is that F1 GP? Let me see. Formula 1 Grand Prix. So they're racing today. Grand Prix. Why do you even watch that? Because I know after the stream I might get bored and look for something to watch. Where do you watch the Grand Prix? Is there a channel for that? Let me see. Can I remove? Hey, good to see you live again. Thank you, Showcase. Thank you. You don't follow F1? It's amazing. It's on Super Sport. Oh, I don't have DSTV. I rarely watch TV. I just watch Netflix and let me see, what else do I watch? Mostly Netflix and YouTube. Is this scene unmatable? If it is, it's a world just. It's a world just. What do you mean unmatable? Like, can we move the camera in and out? Because we can definitely do that. We can go in, we can go up, side, yeah. Can you comment on my work? How is it? Where did you post it somewhere? Like if we render image and use it as background. Yeah, you can animate. You can use it that way. Yes. Let's bring in our signature cut. Yeah, I think we can have him on the roof. It's not very visible from there. Have him. I shared a great in chat box. In the chat, the link will not come up. Share it in Discord. I got into F1 because I'm interested in vehicle design. And have you done any vehicle designs? Do I mean to say some textures don't look good from different angles or positions? Well, we are going for a more stylized look, so the texture detail is usually minimum. And I don't think it's okay. Actually, maybe for this building here, it doesn't. The textures are tiling, but don't worry about that. I want to create this lantern. I don't have a lantern here. Lantern. No, let me go into my decos. I want to make something like this. There are a few signs. I guess I would. Let's make this and have them hanging some, so we can use. Let me. The cylinder with very minimum buttons, shade smooth, auto smooth. Around the top parts. There. Okay, so that's going to be our lantern. I guess we can give this a translucent material, so shader translucent. So what other TV shows do you guys watch? Maybe I could find something that interests me. Translucent and with a diffuse, shader diffuse. Let's get some Japanese words, Japanese text. Japanese text. Something like this. Don't know what it translates to, but hopefully nothing vulgar Oh, anyway, just grab this, drop it in. We can do cube projection or projection from view. Great. Bring in the image, which is called 86. This here. Okay. Do you review other people's work? I wanted to do that, but because I haven't really had the time to do it. Yes, editor, do you have anything you want to review? Yeah, like if you have something you want to review, just paste it in the Discord server, and I'll do that just as I'm closing out the stream. UV editor, yeah. Let's go back to. Let's go back to our scene. We should be. And we can set this to no repeat or extend. Yeah, this project is getting really heavy. Thanks, I will join. I don't have anything worth your time, but maybe in the future. And how do you know it's not worth my time? Share and we could see. Okay, I'm not sure why this is. Let me see if let me just work. Because I think if I'm showing the viewport, it becomes a bit heavy. Have a nice lantern here, and you know what? Let me add this to my library before I forget. Lantern. Decor. Do a quick review of this. save, and now it's in my library, so I can use it whenever I want. I can reuse it. Let's make this seems I'm missing something. Oh, thank you, Joy Fox, for subscribing. Really appreciate that. You last used Blender when Eevee was launched. I don't remember half of the stuff. That's been a while. I'm Jode. Thank you for subscribing. Let's see, what else can we add in here? Let's look for some decos. Now these milk cartons that we can use just as rubbish. Now this water bottle. Okay, the project is getting a bit heavy now. Let's play with quick functions, add-on, and just play with the colors. I would like to change the color of the wood. That's quite a process. By the way, are you a full-time streamer? Well, it depends how you define a full-time streamer. Because streaming is not all I do. Though I do a lot of streaming. When you're doing a gaming stream, yeah, so when I tested out gaming streaming, is the issue I had is that seems my internet either couldn't handle it or my PC couldn't, because the videos came out really low compressed. You barely can see anything. But what kind of games would you be interested in? I know you like as how do you call it? That racing car game you like a lot. I think I just use this. But I'll definitely try it out and see, because I would love to do something like that, to do some game live streams. You love watching Hitman? What games do you enjoy playing? Well, I don't play a lot of games, but I definitely play a lot of Age of Empires. Which not a lot of people know about or would want to see, which is unfortunate. But I love Age of Empires. Let me see, what other games do I normally play other than Age? Play retro games that are less demanding on PC. Yeah, I guess I could do that. Like, which one would you recommend? Lost Guest, how are you? Glad to see you. Well, I also play Rocket League, and I'm kind of getting good at it, so. Hey DD, welcome back. People love strategy games. Yeah, I think I could do that, but yeah, and I don't see a lot of Age of Empires streamers, but I think I would have to get a new to do that on my second channel, because doing this on this main channel would hurt this channel. YouTube doesn't like changing content a lot, especially content that doesn't pull in the same numbers that you bring with other content. Rocket League is also popular. Yeah, it is popular if you're very good at it. I've been playing it for less than a year, so I don't have the cool moves just yet. And also people who stream video games, stream them for hours. Yeah, make a separate channel, but promote it on here so it can grow fast. Well, that assumes that this audience loves watching video games, which I wouldn't assume that. And the thing about gaming is Top Gaming. That's a cool name, but I'm sure someone has it. And one thing I realized about streaming video games, you have to stream a lot of hours. People are streaming for 6 hours. That means I can't have time for Top Channel one-on-one. I don't have time for other stuff. If you want to grow in gaming, you have to make it like a full-time job, which means I would have to take away time from other stuff that I normally do, which at this moment is kind of unsustainable for me. Can't just I'm not sure, man. It's really hard to figure out these things. It's just a lot of variables, and your growth is usually not up to you. It doesn't matter if you're putting in a lot of time. Your growth is not going to depend on the amount of work you do. It's going to depend on the platform, if they care to promote your stuff or not. How would you learn Blender? Watching tutorials and videos and live streams. Basically what you're doing. Let me add an area light here and see. What is your primary source of income? Do you freelance? My primary source of income. So, my YouTube brings in as much as, at least nearly as my Patreon, nearly as my CG Trader account. So, it's kind of balanced. And, yes, so it's not. So how many platforms do I have? TurboSquid, CG Trader, Patreon, YouTube. Those are like my main. And now I'm trying to also add rental income on that, because I'm building a few houses here. They won't bring in a lot. Let me see, how much would they bring in? So rent here is standard of living here is a bit cheap compared to where you might be from. But the great thing about this is that the cost of building a rental property is also extremely cheap compared to what you're building. So I'm using around in US dollars around 20K to build up a property, and they're going to be 4 rentals, each costing, let me see, how much is that? Let me see. It's not a lot of money. It's very small money, but let me see. It 200, around 200. No. I don't know if I should be doing this live, but let me see, something like that. No. the minimum I'll be charging for rent. It's very few properties, very cheap rent, but are also costing me very little to put up. Why is this not resetting? So around 50, which is, I think that's $50. That's $50 per month for properties. So that's 200 per month, and it costed me around 200. So top property. That would be it. Yeah, I'm trying to kind of sustain my online income, because online income is not really predictable. Now, sometimes I really wonder how landlords, if landlords in more developed countries make even more money, unless if you're charging a lot, because your properties start around 100K, and you're renting them for this 20K where I live. Okay, houses sell for millions. Even one bedroom house sells for like 400. Yeah, I think I'm underestimating how much it costed me, because I wasn't really writing anything down. Okay, so 20K for just putting the building up. The property licenses are not included on that. You're building great, and you're amazing. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Property value here is insane. My dad paid 8K for a house in the 1980s. Now that house goes for 235K. Yeah, even here property prices are really high. So if you buy a property, say at let me say, property, I mean land, just empty land, vacant land, at 30K US dollars, in 5 years it can double to 60K. And depending on where the location, it could even go up far up. Oh, thank you, Metin Kuruke, for subscribing. I'm in Uganda. That's in East Africa. Let me see, 200 and how much is that in our money here? Divide by, I think the dollar is at what am I? Let me see, 200. Am I doing this correctly? It must be multiplication. $800. Yeah, a lot of we have land around my area that costs around that. Just land without anything, vacant land. Yeah, land investment is great, especially. Yeah, true. But it's also very expensive to buy it. Very expensive to buy land. And most of the times here, you're buying in cash. So you can't get, it's very difficult to get a mortgage, especially with the kind of job I have, which is freelancing. You can't really, no bank is going to give you the money, that kind of money, without a contract. So, and freelancing contracts are usually very how much is that? Like you're converting that from, you're You're doing US dollars to, let me see. Because that sounds, yes. I should mention this is a very small house, 3 bedroom. Yeah, but you live in a city, man, isn't it? Of course, you can't compare your prices to our prices, man. Your prices are way out there. Use Google. And what were you converting? How much were you converting? Yes, 200. 20K and a little, okay. Oh, euros. Yeah. Euros are much more expensive. Let me see. If I change the direction of the sun. Will you add hand-painted texture in your model? No. Usually this is it. If I usually just do everything within Blender, and trying to do hand-painted models in Blender is a lot of work. You have to UV unwrap it. You have to do quite a lot. Hello, Axom Bob. You're catching us as we are about to end the stream. But how are you? How's everything? That house is in the heart of the city. Yeah, that's. I don't think you can even buy a house where in the heart of the city where I'm from. In our capital city, it's very expensive. Are there even houses? Maybe an apartment. I think this is it. It's popular because it's very close to town center. The farther away, the cheaper the houses get, and honestly, bigger as well. Yeah, same here. I think same everywhere. Hey, Hamtooth. How are you? I think that's the case for every city. The farther away you are from the city, the better, the cheaper the homes are going to get. Yeah, you are kind of late. We're just talking about life now. And rental properties, how expensive they are. How often are you in Discord? I jump in usually after the stream. You can make something sci-fi in the next stream. Maybe we can switch up things a bit because I've been doing a lot of anime stuff. We can switch things a bit. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to add anything to this because my PC is becoming very extremely laggy. Do you need Turbo Smooth? For what? To do what? Because Turbo Smooth is in 3ds Max, not so? Hello, Kumar333. How are you? You're catching us as we end. Anyway, that's it. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you in the next live stream. And maybe when we get back, you can tell me about your business prospects, and maybe you can share mine. Like what are you trying to build? Like where do you see yourself in the next, I don't know, 5 to 10 years? Like what kind of business are you pursuing? Anime sci-fi stuff. So this is Sheep Girl with all the tank. Nice. Cool. This is sci-fi anime. You're welcome, man. You're welcome. Yeah, I want to discuss business with you guys since you are like-minded, and yeah, yeah, could help me grow and maybe spot some mistakes that I'm unable to see myself. Just want to get an idea of what you guys are trying to build. Maybe you can brainstorm something. Can brainstorm some business. Anyway, thank you. See you in the next live stream. Not anime, something like sci-fi interior. Okay, yeah, have that in mind when we start.